Hello, my Libras. Welcome back. It's Heather with Woke.Ones.Revolution. I wanted to drop in and talk to you a little bit about September and the eclipse weather we have going on. So, thanks for stopping by. We're going to go ahead and cover the horoscope for you guys for the two eclipses that we're having this month, as well as throw down on the tarot. And I even going to pull a couple of oracle cards that have been given some pretty good messages. So stay tuned. Yes, I will switch the video over so that you can see me lay down the cards. But while you're here, a couple quick announcements. Please make note that we do have our calendars open. When I say we, myself and Miriam Kramer, we have our calendars open to be able to book personal readings, as this is a time where we're starting to get a little busier and picking up, but we do still have openings on the calendar. Also, the new Patreon channel for Woke.Ones.Revolution has been put up. It is ready to go, and content is being uploaded very soon. We've got some things already on there, but Miriam and I are going to be transitioning that over. She already made an announcement, so I'm sure some of you already know. With her health deteriorating, doing cards as heavily as she had been is just not an option. She's really been pushing and trying to push through. And we're just going to have to kind of change the mode. But yeah, we're kind of gradually migrating everybody over to the Woke.Ones.Revolution for our content that you're not able to get here on YouTube. Trust me, it's worth it. We go in and break down astrology, we like no other. And yeah, just a couple of girlfriends that love everything astrology, tarot, metaphysical, astronomical, all the things. So we'd love to have you join us over there. Otherwise, the descriptions in the channel, the channel description has where you can book the readings with myself or Miriam. We are also still offering the tag team on the tarot or the astrology. If you're wanting to know what's going on, you can. There's an option to book both of us at once. Very affordable, and it's going to be extremely insightful if you're needing a little bit of a heads up there. So, anyways, enough for announcements. Let me get to work, my Libras. So, Libra, September is already here. I know it's insane. Like, I can't believe it's already eclipse season, right? But it's been about 6 months, but September is power packed with some pretty intense, powerful skies. Okay. On September the 7th, so in just a couple days, we have the Pisces lunar eclipse happening at 15 degrees. And this one is going to be on the north node of fate. So definitely big times. And then we're going to have another one in Virgo on September the 21st. But this eclipse is going to be a solar eclipse happening at 29 degrees Virgo. So it's happening at an anaretic degree. Like, can we say fated much more? It is on the south node. So that one's going to be a little bit different. South node's in the north node, south node, we're supposed to be kind of moving away from it. It's what we're comfortable with, but the north node is what we're looking to attain. And currently the north node is in Pisces. And so it's calling on us to let go of some of those Virgo habits that may be draining us, right? That are draining us, distracting us, keeping us stagnant because we're over analyzing, trying to over control everything, and how every single detail, like micromanaging to the umpteenth degree. Well, the Pisces lunar eclipse, there's going to be some endings. Okay. Lunar eclipses, it kind of always happens that way. But it's going to close some doors that have been, holding you back from making those moves that in your soul, at a soul level that you're ready to be done with. So just know that there's some big changes that are happening. But with it being on the north node, it's one of those that's meant for elevating and moving you forward on your purpose, on your life purpose. And it's going to demand focus and discipline, but we're in this together. But yeah, so the Pisces lunar eclipse, ironically enough for you Libra, is on September the 7th, is happening and activating your sixth house. Okay, so that's normally like a Virgo house energy, right? So the sixth house matters are for Libra, activating your work, health, your daily routines, your rituals, but also your habits, your everyday and environments. So what you may notice with this eclipse is being in the south, being that the Pisces eclipse is happening in your sixth house, you may have been dealing with a lot of burnout in your job, right? In your daily routine, you are likely just been taxed to the core, and or this eclipse can help resolve or make heavily apparent the realization that some of the habits that you may have need to dissolve. And that's the good thing about a lunar eclipse. It will help with that. So, if you've noticed that you're giving way too much of yourself and it is just not reaping the rewards that you need, it's time to let those things go, settings, whether it's setting some boundaries or getting a whole new job or career altogether. Things have to be cleared out first before new can come in. And before we move into the new with the solar eclipse, I want to go ahead and talk to you about the Pisces lunar eclipse Sabian symbol and Chandra degrees. Okay, so the Sabian symbol, remember, we round up from the 15 degrees to 16 degrees Pisces. The references that I'm using today are Dane Rujar and James Burgess, both great reference points to understand the flavor of the degree that we're dealing with this. But Dane Rujar cites 16 Pisces as, in the quiet of his study, a creative individual experiences a flow of inspiration. Whereas James Burgess says of inspiration, finding grace in stillness, connecting the here and now with the eternal. Pretty beautiful, right? And that's something that, that a lot of people have a hard time just connecting with the here and now, right? It's this eclipse is going to be you're probably going to have some, not only just endings, but revelations of that, are totally unavoidable. Like there's going to be some changes that are going to take effect for you Libras. All right, I'm going to move forward into the Chandra symbol by Elias Lonsdale. It's under Inside Degrees if you're wanting to take a look at the book. Pretty great thing to have as a reference point. But 16 Pisces is cited as a peaceful child on a narrow ledge that overlooks a precipice. Fate has set the pattern. You are held fast by fate, yet inwardly, and so deep, yet inwardly you are so deeply and fundamentally free. The inner life is boundlessly rich and the outer life is starkly poor. But as you live within, make good on the past, cleanse and open, and know that nothing is as it seems, and form is tissue thin. Okay, so Pisces, this Pisces vibe here is very much reflective in that symbol, because Pisces is the dreamer. It's the spiritual self. It's the one that realizes, well, how do I say? That's where your psychic unconscious, like lives is in Pisces. So naturally, that being in your sixth house, that's going into your work, and it's calling you in to like take that spiritual knowing within to actively let go of the need to control or continue to do something that's like insanity, just running into a brick wall over and over and over again, right? It's calling on you to look within to your intuition, follow your intuition, and let that be your guide, because that's the knowing that you need to be following. You know, the blended interpretation in your sixth house is basically, you know, calling you to surrender the idea that, you know, hard work and productivity actually is, or that productivity like equals worth, right? So, you know, it not every Virgo can be the Virgo house of sixth house can be very analytical. And when I keep switching up like that, don't think I forgot that I'm reading for Libra. It's just the energies that you're going to be dealing with, and that illusion of endless busyness is going to dissolve a little easier with this eclipse. Okay. So it's the times where we're in that stillness that our intuition lights up, and inspiration tells us what work actually does really matter. You know, it's going to help you cut out those draining routines and devote yourself to sacred daily practices that serve your health and purpose. So whether this is allowing yourself to put the doom scrolling down, you know, like that, I say doom scrolling, but I just mean mindless scrolling that we do on social media or whatever. Maybe that's helping, that's, you know, keeping you distracted, and you really don't need more distractions in that form. It could also be going to bed earlier, and, you know, maybe getting up a little earlier to be a little more productive, changing just little things that, you know, will help you thrive. Meditation is a perfect practice to take on, you know, and I can't help but think, even though it is sixth house, which isn't a whole lot about fun, but just, you know, habits. If there's a habit that you have, I always say, you know, go way to the left with it. You know, if you need to do a filler that helps break the mundane a bit, even if it's, you know, breaking out a canvas and painting for 30 minutes before you start your day, you know, lighting an incense, just getting your zen about you, get it, you know, whatever you got to do. This lunar eclipse is definitely going to help get that done. Now, on to the Virgo solar eclipse, because this one's happening in a more subtle place, but it's going to make some big changes. So September the 21st, the Virgo solar eclipse is going to activate your 12th house. So it's going to be at 29 degrees Virgo on the south node, a couple degrees off the south node, but this is where something's going to have to be, you know, something's getting lit up with this eclipse that's going to change matters of, well, it's going to activate endings. I do have to say that. Solar eclipses and lunar eclipses can both be endings, but with every ending is a new beginning. Okay, so it's going to basically activate your spirituality, your psychic sensitivities, your openness to continue to follow that intuitive guide that you've been working through all month and leaning on to. Moments of solitude, you're going to crave solitude quite a bit more. And if it's not you craving it, the eclipse could be universe straight, you know, like blocking you for a while, keeping people away from you for whatever reason. And, you know, you'll be in deep with your thoughts and your, you know, in your deep subconscious. Now, you may feel called to, like I said, just a retreat, but also the 12th house lends to just rest. Sometimes Libra, we work and work and work and work and work, and we really don't know when to stop. Well, this eclipse is this solar eclipse is going to help you prioritize that rest that you need. And you know what? Maybe even just cut off from the world because you need to be able to delve deeper into your creative work, right? That have been, I always say try something new, right? So if you're finding that you're stagnant in even your spiritual teachings, or you've noticed a bit of a lag in your gifts, or your psychic or intuitive gifts or abilities, you may notice that this is a time where like your dreams are going to be a lot more vivid, and you might want to try something new like dream journaling. Writing down synchronicities and how those play out. Those are just some little things that you could probably delve into. It could also just be health matters. The sixth house, 12th house is health matters, right? So whether it be spiritual health or physical health in that sixth house, the solar eclipse may actually light up a new and I say health, but it's also, like I said, your spiritual health. So you may even come into a new practice, whether it's joining a new church, or exploring, how you can offer selfless service, right? Virgo is service, and in the 12th house, selfless service. Maybe, you might be breaking ties away from the mundane kind of work, and you're wanting to do some more soul fulfilling stuff, and give generously. It could be, donating some of your time in a hospital or children's hospital, or, some sort of a retreat that is it's more of a smaller grouping of, and it could be you and somebody else, but it's something that is very small, tight knit, away from the world, to where you can really tap into spirit. So I'm going to stop rambling. I'm sorry for going on like that. I wanted to go into the Sabian symbol for 29 Virgo. Actually, we round up to 30. So Dane Rujar cites 30 Virgo is totally intent upon completing an immediate task. A man is deaf to any allurement. Whereas James Burgess says, a false call unheard. Okay, so that's speaking to, the penetrative concentration of attention. Having journeyed so far and wide to the gate of the secret garden, we must strike boldly and not be distracted by anything in any realm. Okay, rejecting the false through unusual power of concentration. Okay, shutting everything else out, and pulling in, seeking inward, right? Like finding that drive there, to pursue your passion. So a false call unheard in attention to immediate service. Pretty on point for the highest degree of Virgo, wouldn't you think? But the South Node being in Virgo, it also speaks, although it speaks to new beginnings, it speaks to letting go, right? So there may be some habits that at this point can not be ignored any longer. The 12th house is where we self-sabotage, right? It's a house where addictions, not just habits, but addictions that require, if you've got any sort of problems with overindulging, you're probably going to have to face that at this point. Sometimes our crutches are, that they're crutches for a reason, and they keep us stagnant and hold us back from our greater good. Moving forward, Virgo 30 by Elias Lonsdale for the Chandra degree. Super sensible beings manifest through geometric forms. Sacred geometry inscribes the pattern of the world going through its greatest shifts, its quantum leaps. If you learn to stand back and be within the greater archetypal motions, you find yourself being placed in a perfect strategic position and in exquisitely rightful initiations and assignments. The transparency of things is superlative to behold. You are called to serve to the highest, to respect and honor all manifestations, to be there for everybody. Interior steadfast and implacability. I can't word today. You got it. Knowing the law, knowing the code, knowing the way. Magnificent and applying vaster awareness to life's particular detailed variations on the same theme of how everything fits together perfectly and is woven by divine design. The fine-tuned sensibility of the master craftsman, particularly adept in staying modest, unadorned, and straight on. It is the exemplar of the way it is the exemplar of the way that it's done when you know who you are and how things are around here. And when you see it coming through in every jeweled detail with little lost in translation. So, yeah, super focused, but also trusting your intuition and letting spirit guide you. You can't miss it. So, it's those symbols all combined together. I mean, it's like you can't be distracted with false calls, right? The need, I need this, the axis there. It seems like somebody always needs stuff from Virgo, and being in your 12th house, that can really rack on your subconscious, right? So for you guys, Libra, it's going to mean actively withdrawing from distraction and refining a private practice that it's going to be devotion to solitude, your meditation or your own healing work that's behind the scenes, right? Like creating a profound renewal for my Libras. So I'm so excited that we're moving forward, and things are going to be slowing down a bit after eclipse season. And so it's kind of the perfect recipe to, make the most of it. We're moving over to the cards. So let me switch my video around here. All right. Get some stuff out of here. We'll get into the oracles after a bit. I told you I was going to read for you here from my Libras. All right. And if you haven't already, please do me a favor and like the video if you're liking it. I know it's been pretty wordy so far, but I am a Virgo. I am a Virgo, therefore I can be the details have always been really important to me, and I've found that in my spiritual practices and studies that especially with astrology, reading, and the more references that you can gather, it's priceless to a Virgo. Anybody Mercury ruled for sure, and I know you guys are an air sign, so you like it too. But yeah, let's see what Spirit has for my Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you're here and you got a Libra moon, that's going to be about your emotional side. The eclipse, of course, I pulled from your rising sign, but it also is going to be felt in your sun sign. Your rising sign is how you come off to the world, basically, how you present yourself to the world, whether you try to or not. It's just innate. Your sun is more like your career and your soul, what you're looking to attain in this lifetime. and master. So you don't come in a Libra, you're learning how to balance those relationships and all that. So what do we have for Libra? Sun, moon, and rising for this eclipse season. Libra, eclipse season, September 2025. For Libra, please. Okay, we got the Hermit in reverse popping out. The energy of your card, the Justice card, Libra. And the Hermit popped out in reverse. Okay. Let's see what else we've got here before I start blabbing too much. Libra. Six of Wands. And nice. Very nice. Six of Wands. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And we've got Temperance in reverse. That's a Sag card. So far, we've got a Virgo card and a Sag card. Underside of that's the Page of Wands. You'll shoot your eye out, kids, what I just heard. Don't shoot your eyes out, kids. Calm down. Don't get worked up. Oh my goodness. Overdoing, and it's taking from you. Three of Pentacles in reverse. With the Tower as the clarifier. Tower moment seems to be the theme. Virgo had it in its reading as well. I mean, eclipse seasons are typically tower moments. It's not, the lunar eclipses typically reveal a whole lot faster than the solar eclipses. But yeah, let me tap a little deeper. I mean, what I'm getting looking at this here is, oh goodness, my Libras, wanting to be valued, wanting the work that you do to be acknowledged, needing to feel valued. And there's nothing wrong with that, but something's been taken from you. And with this eclipse season, you've still got some things to learn. Okay. Now you're getting information that's going to be coming through, and trust that will move around. Could be that you've just been too busy and outwardly going and going and going without reaping any kind of benefits or receiving the necessary. I just heard the nutrients. I'm seeing the roots come out from that Ace of Pentacles, right? I'm seeing it like you going so hard for that validation and your work and how you serve and all of that, but you haven't been getting it with that Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and it's got you off tilt. I love that one has the sun and the moon in it. Talks about the duality, right? And the need for balance and equal give and take, and you have not been getting it, Libra. You have not. Everything about this says that it's not been working. It's not been working. And the Tower card is Uranian energy, and actually right below it I have the Star card in reverse, which is another Aquarius card. So you've probably even been having poor health matters. Like the Pentacle can speak to health. It takes two. I just heard it takes two, me and you. That song from forever ago. But I'm seeing like the two hands together here. The hands, the exchange. See, one's got his hands on, one's hands off, like in this picture. You know, you're looking for that balance. And, you know, it could be even just the work environment that you're in isn't working. And or the routine isn't working. The people that you're working with, like, they're not helping contribute, and you are just having to do everything. And that's not fair. That's not fair at all. Do me a favor and show me the Hermit and the Ace of Pentacles, please. For Libra, please. Hermit in reverse. Okay, I'm just going to throw it out there at me like that. Got a Seven of Pentacles in reverse, another not working. It's not working. It's not working. And you're going to hear, I almost wondered if this was going to be, you're hearing some news. So the Moon card in reverse, right, came out to help clarify the Hermit in reverse. You're going to hear something. So this eclipse, and definitely, and it is Cancer Pisces card, the Moon. It's you know, the things that are hidden, what lies in the dark. And this, I love it because it really is just like an eclipse. It is an eclipse, and it's going to sprinkle down information that you've been needing to be able to move forward and take that next step. Not going to be comfortable. September is probably not going to be very comfortable for Libra. It's going to have conflict. It's going to have a whole lot of truth bombs everywhere. Okay, we've got two Tower cards. You know, each eclipse may be pretty big for you. Typically in the 12th house, it's more subtle because it's more gradual. You know, it's kind of a undertone. You know, your sixth house is out loud, you know, and you know, what's happening in your everyday life that you can see, and the 12th house is the hidden house, right? So it looks like you're probably going to have a secret that's going to come out. It very well could be with the Moon in reverse. It could be in a dream. Okay, it could be in a dream. And it's, let me see here. We got the Page of Wands that also came out. Underside. Page of Wands in reverse. Burnt out, burnout, burnout, burnout. You're burnt the fuck out. Four of Pentacles in reverse. And I'm like, I just heard somebody like going off, and like, I don't care. Like, I don't care that, you know, I don't care the economy's bad. I don't care that, you know, I don't care that this job pays decent. It is taking away from my soul, and I literally just cannot do it anymore. I need to let it go. I need to let go of the pain. So that's what I'm getting. I will stop my rambling and move forward, and we're going to hit Oracle cards. Libra, Libra, Libra. All right, man, I know you've been waiting, and I appreciate it. It was like 2 weeks ago, I think I started this series, and I've just been dealing with some stuff myself. I'm very much dealing with some 12th house matters myself, and yeah, I appreciate your patience. Let me move forward with the Sacred Oracle. Sacred Rebels Oracle. This was my first Oracle deck. Absolutely love it. And the messages are rather wordy, but they hold a lot of clout, especially when I roll them out with my cards, with my tarot cards. So for Libra, September 2025, for my Libra, for this eclipse season, please. What does Spirit want Libra to know? And there they are. Ooh. Guides are here. Got my goosey bumps. Hey, what do we got for Libra? It was really wanting to come. Oh, I can't do two of them. They're really long. Libra, I know you want help. I'm starting over. Just so you know what popped, I'm starting over. Follow your own rhythm. Relax and hold the darkness relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Well, that is very much that energy that we're dealing with in that 12th house, but I only need one card, please. I know Libra has been ready for the reading. There it is. Okay, for Libra, underside of the deck, inner trust. And I love how like she's very Virgo like, wearing the, and even monk like wearing the gown, right? Wearing that over her head in solitude, trusting, going within, blocking out those outer distractions. All right, Libra, you actually got the back of the deck, like number 21, which is a 3, beyond the mind, the heart beats. All right. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Oh yeah, this one's wordy. I better get a drink. Excuse me for that. All right. Libra. Okay. So beyond the mind, the heart beats. In the chaos of modern life and the constant fluctuations of our mind, it can be difficult to remember that a sublime sanctuary lies within. Yes, it's always there, beneath the ceaseless activity. There is an endless, vast spaciousness that restores and connects us to something greater, something that exists outside of our time. Some might call it eternity. Within that sanctuary, sacred sound is felt rather than heard. That sacred sound is actually the reverberating heartbeat of the entire universe. Your own heart's rhythm sounds within the greater universal heartbeat, the totality of life. All of your being can be felt as one through listening to and feeling for the sacred sound of the heart beating within you. It's, you can feel it. It's there, Libra, even though you're an air sign. You can feel it. The heart's there. It is through this heartbeat that we experience a love that is more than a preference or attachment. This is love. This is the love that inspires, energizes, and moves us to create, even beyond what we once thought was possible. Your love for life, the need to feel alive and express yourself, and the quest for that which is truly fulfilling. These are the sacred urges that rebel against fear and promote passion for being alive. They flow through your blood and can be felt through the beating of your heart. This oracle has a special message for you. This is the way of the mind, which can make mountains out of molehills, even when it's thinking of turning mountains into molechills. Yeah, I said molechills, but it's molehills. My vision went off there. So yeah, like you could overthink it. Then there's the heart. It is subterranean and moves subtly beneath possible obstacles, intelligently shifting with exquisite sensitivity, sensing the way forward through dangerous pathways and responding to what is before it even occurs in the physical world. However, the heart's intelligent. We cannot see and know in the same way that we do when we allow the mind to direct us. We have to be open to another way if we want to benefit from the innate intelligence of the heart. I have got to put on my glasses. Give me just a second here. The mind sees, plans, and strategizes. The heart feels, responds, senses, and intuits. When we walk the path of the heart, we must feel and respond rather than plan our way, right? Just that Virgo thing, wanting to overplan, right? It is a different way to live and create. It is closer to the earth and to the source of life itself. It is not for those who are lacking in courage or trust, but you are not one of those, Libra. You are being asked to trust your heart and drop into it. The mind is important, but it cannot supplement the heart. The role of the mind is to serve the truths of the heart. That is, to create the spacious chamber of receptiveness into which the sacred rhythm of your heartbeat can resound. This oracle comes with guidance that deep within, you know what to do, and you know what is true. It matters not whether the mind and its plans seem to agree with your inner sense. Your willingness to trust your heart and to rebel against fear will serve you well. Let your heart lead you. Be sure of your faith and trust in what you feel. Your head and heart have been in conflict at times over the course of your life. This has brought you struggle and sometimes deep suffering. However, this oracle brings you the message that a truce will soon be declared, and the appropriate outcome of the mind waving the white flag of surrender is imminent. Soon, if not already, you will finally be feeling that your heart is leading you. And that has a lot to do with that Temperance card in reverse. Ooh, well, it still goes on here. So you'll feel that your mind is learning to follow the guidance of your heart rather than trying to be out front, seeing and sorting everything out in advance in order to be safe. What a relief to let go of this old way. Your mind can become more relaxed and trusting. There will be a period of adjustment as you get used to living without so much foresight, but with more insight, wisdom, and energy in the present moment to create. If you're finding that you cannot plan or strategize as you once did, or you feel that you know less than you ever have known about where you're heading or how you're supposed to get there, then this here is confirmation that these are healthy signs of a shift from the head to the heart. You are not proceeding in error. You are exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you're meant to be doing. You are now in a position that is much more powerful than ever because you're allowing yourself to be guided by the heart, a heart that beats in harmony with the heart of all existence. Your affairs are in accord with love, and no matter what may appear to be at times, it's all unfolding according to that greater love, you included. Oh, I told you they were wordy. My goodness, but I know that message needed to be heard by somebody in particular, and I hope that helped. So, time for another one of my faves, the Shaman's Dream Oracle. We're going to see what other message Spirit has for Libra besides that oracle for September 2025. Something's telling me to do this. Sorry, I'm just gonna wash them around. I follow the lead with what I feel, and they're already ready. I'm getting the goosebumps. So, okay, got it. Libra, September 2025, eclipse season. What is it that Spirit wants Libra to know? What guidance does Libra need that I have not already given? That was like 12 cards, sorry. Oh, somebody's really nervous. I just feel it, like you're waiting for some answers. Well, you're gonna get it, and it's gonna be loud and in your face. Oh, very fitting that you're having something happening in your 6th house, and you got card 6, Cosmic Womb, the Divine Feminine. Well, alrighty then. Let's look at what the underside of the deck was. Lost in space, needing direction. Okay, I heard you. Yes, loud and clear. If it's not too long, I will read through both. And I'm only doing this because Libras have really been reaching out lately and saying, look, I need help, I need help, I need help, and booking readings like crazy. So here we go. Number 6, the cosmic womb. So there's the lost in space, needing direction. The cosmic womb. Trying to see if you can, spirals there. A container. Container. I just heard container. Okay. The cosmic womb. Creativity, the divine feminine. The cosmic womb is a reminder that you're undergoing a beautiful process of birthing a new self into being. You don't know who or what it is yet, but you know it's full of life and love and passion and spirit. It's the perfect expression of you, imbued with love incarnate and ignited by by a vital spark received from the divine. If you've had a difficult time in recent memory, feeling dry and stagnant or lost and unsupported, this is going to change for you right now. You will feel newly inspired as so many ideas beckon for your attention. Know that you're safe to explore the expression of your rejuvenated creativity, releasing all judgment as your curiosity is piqued. You are in the most fertile cycle of your life right now, intuitively keen, with your heart wide open, mindful that each step in the direction of your dreams and desires is effortlessly supported by all the divine helpers in the unseen realms. Like, this was so short compared to all the others. Look at you guys being so cooperative. Yes, I will read this one. It's a 936. Lost in space, needing direction. Yes. Well, and the fact that this oracle card spoke to the opening of the heart, like the whatever's about to go down with this lunar eclipse is going to open your heart for the solar eclipse and just light you up. You guys are going through some really big changes, and just know it's fated. You know, you're right where you're supposed to be. Lost in space. Let's see what this is about. And another short one. Libra. Aw, look at you balancing that temperance with me. Thank you. Nobody else got 2 cards, 2 oracles out of this shaman's dream oracle. So lucky. Consider yourself loved. Lost in space, feeling lost, needing direction and focus, a 24-hour day. Definitely speaks to the energies. Sometimes in life, we lose our way, perhaps falling prey to addictive behaviors, jealousy, comparison, resistance, or fear. This happens especially when we're up-leveling and genuinely changing for the better. A part of us, hiding in vast expansiveness of space, wants to sabotage our progress. In the transformation process, our inner world no longer feels safe or inhabitable, as we find that our thoughts and our beliefs have morphed beyond recognition. You may find yourself adrift in this way right now, unable to focus or determine the next step. You might be tired and simply need to regroup and rest. When you lack direction, the first thing you do is redirect your perspective of time. Like a newborn baby, cosmic womb. Geez, Louise, you guys are amazing. Talking to my guides there. So sorry. Like a newborn baby who needs swaddling to feel safe, you're invited to reduce your life visioning to the next 24 hours. Anyone can handle living in 24-hour compartments, which allows everything to feel grounded and manageable. You get lost in space when you imagine being swallowed up by the giant vastness of the future with its dark uncertainty, or reflect on how your past has held you captive in a hall of distorted, never-ending mirrors, reminding you of your mistakes and flaws, your failures and your losses. Take heart. This simple 24-hour container immediately banishes those 2 awful entities away. You will find your energy and focus You will find that your energy and focus are restored as you recognize that you were never lost at all. Keep it simple. Right now, conserve your energy, take care of you in basic fundamental ways, and the world will be right again. Do you feel better, Libra? I feel better for you. Like, I was getting a lot of visions as I was reading that, and I was like seeing the confusion, and that the psychic I even got like the message about the psychic sensitivities that you're used to are like, it's almost like they've almost been taken away, or they're shifting. I think they're shifting. They haven't been taken away. They're still there. But it's almost like you've relied too heavily upon them, and it's been a crux for you, and it was keeping you from moving forward in your path. And in order to crack open that container and break away from the habit of only processing emotions through your thought processes, right? It's more opened up into the heart. And so your gifts that, okay, so releasing that need to overthink, to get lost in the stagnancy, the fear of not being able to control the outcome or know what's next, and feeling that lunar eclipse is going to close out some things for you, and the solar eclipse is going to open up, between the two of them, it's going to open up probably a new way of seeing things psychically. Okay. You may even be having a new guide introduced. I know the dream thing came out earlier, but I just kept feeling like, and maybe with that South Node in the 12th house, Libra, of needing to release those same methods that you were used to, and opening yourself to the newness that's coming in. So I have been so wordy with you guys, but I know that you guys were due. So I wanted to dedicate my time to you. If this resonated with you, please feel free to leave me a heart or love down in the comments. I appreciate it. And, wish you guys the best through this eclipse season here in September, Libra. Till I see you next time, keep shining your light, and love you. Bye.